More than 40,000 fight fans crowded into Kaminsky Park to see Joe Louis knock out Jim Braddock. But the excitement in the fight arena was nothing compared to the whoopee in Harlem when the Brown Bomber floored his man in the 8th round to become the first colored heavyweight champion of the world since the days of Jack Johnson. Joe won his title by magnificent fighting, the best by far of his career. As for Braddock, he can always be proud of the fight he fought, game and battling right to the end. Amelia Earhart and her navigator Fred Noonan have come to grief in their perilous round-the-world flight. Several hundred miles from Howland Island in the mid-Pacific, their great plane, fitted out as a flying laboratory, is down, stranded on a coral reef, it's believed, from fragmentary and weak radio calls for help. Up to that point, their globe-circling trip, their hops from continent to continent, had been a triumph of flying and air navigation. Coast Guard cutters and Navy ships and planes are rushing to their aid, among them the aircraft carrier Lexington, under forced draft from San Diego with 72 planes aboard. The two intrepid flyers missed the tiny dot that is Howland Island in their 25-mile hop from New Guinea and were forced down by lack of fuel. For hours, their plight was a mystery of world concern. But the Coast Guard cutter Itasca is now reported near them, certain that they are still safe and sound.
Now it's obvious that if you have a hydraulic cigarette lighter, you must have some sort of a receptacle to receive a liquid. And I have that here in receptacle A. Now in the bottom of receptacle A are a series of apertures, commonly known as holes, through which the water flows upon sponge B. When the weight of the water plus the weight of the sponge reaches a certain amount, that causes the lever C to operate, lifting the gate to this K. Tilly, the train rat, looks out and sees the face of her mortal enemy, and in seeking to escape, she falls upon this paddle G with considerable force, causing the lever H to upend, and the projection on the end of lever H enters this compressed air chamber, releasing weight K, which is attached to a belt and causes flywheel L to revolve rapidly. On the surface of flywheel L is a disc of abrasive material, and resting against the abrasive material is a special firing unit. Now when the device is operated that far and the firing unit is ignited, all the operator has to do is to give a little flip of this lever, bringing the lighted unit up to his mouth and light a cigarette. Now I shall operate the device. I take a glass of water and am ready to pour it in receptacle A, and I want you to watch closely, because when things happen, if they do happen, they happen fast. I pour the water into receptacle A. Immediately it begins running on sponge B. Now isn't that perfectly simple?